Why not? Why not add Joe Montana? Joe Montana to the 49ers roster. Look at Brock Purdy. All his love, all his greatness. And guess what? We yeeted him out of town. Nobody needs a Brock Purdy on this roster when you got Joe Montana back in San Francisco. So we got Joe Montana. We got Mac Jones. We got this guy. We got rid of Brock Purdy. Okay? No more. No more Brock Purdys. Anyway, of course, in real life, Fred Warner is not playing for the 49ers because he is out for the season, sadly. So, sadly, we're going to have to yeet him in the same direction that the once great Brock Purdy had. And that is not the 7th round pick. That is, he has to be a punter, just like Brock Purdy is now. Greatest punter in the league. All right, so that's what it would look like now. Okay, after not Bosa. Oh, don't do it to me again. I don't want to. Don't no, but it has to be done. Now we have 3 great punters: Fred Warner, Brock Purdy, and Bosa. Anyway, can we live now? Can we live now? I might be missing someone. No, I'm not gonna take him out. I might be missing somebody, but you know what? We're just gonna live with what we're gonna live with, okay? Let's see. We are currently sitting at a 7-2 record, but this division all has 2 losses except for the Cardinals, who suck. Also, a little side note, I do have to go ahead and force advance all the way up to week 10 because, of course, to make it accurate and actually realistic and correct. So, for example, all the way up to week 10, you can see we have forced advance, and then all this is none. I got to show this just in case because some people cheat. Anyway, let's just see how it goes. Rams, first game. They win. Montana does it again. Coming back and making magic. They beat the Cardinals, which I don't think is too difficult to do in all honesty. Then they play the Panthers. They lose to the Panthers 41-35. First off, why are the Panthers so good this year? Like, am I the only one who's noticing this? The Panthers are like 6-5 in real life. Like, they're like rocking and rolling for no good reason. And also, wait, why can't I find this game? Week 12. Panthers not. Okay, my brain just went stupid mode. 260 yards and 4 tutties. Montana put up 5 touchdowns and 1 interception and lost this game, bro. There was no way. CMC put up 101 on the ground. How did we lose that game? We lost by 6 points in overtime. That might have been one of the greatest games of all time. 99 yards, 3 tutties for Brandon Ayuk. George Kittle my tittles, had 2 tutties in that game. That's insanity. And also, the Panthers in this franchise now are 6-6. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a lot better, to be honest. I thought the record was going to be so much better than that. They beat the Brownies, and then they go into the bye week with a 10-3 record, which I'm going to assume they have not clinched anything yet. Wow. So we still have to clinch our butt cheeks? Interesting. Got to clinch the cheeks, boys. Clinch the cheeks. All right. 2-11 Titans. They lost. Why does this happen in Madden so often? Like, you have a 2-11 squad, and this should be the easiest dunk, and somehow they lose. Then they lose to the Colts. Oh, no. Then they play the Bears, who are 9-6. They beat the Bears. Okay, so that gets them in the playoffs. And also wins them the division, which also is nice. But they're not getting any first-round buys because they decided to lose to the freaking Titans. All right, so let's see our final thing here. 45 touchdowns, 4,082 yards, 8 interceptions for Joe Montana. A fantastic year for CMC. Brandon Ayuk looked like a number 1 receiver. 23 tutties. 23 tutties. And look, even Ricky Pearsall's got a shot. Yeah, I had to. That was that had to happen. Anyway, Michael Williams, second in sacks. Nice. Number one offense. I'm sorry. He lived through it, okay? He lived through being shot. So, Montana second in MVP race. Okay. Then we got wild card Panthers, who we lost to last time. This time we beat them 35-3. All right, so I don't know what happened to the Panthers, but Bryce Young, not the same quarterback he was when we played him earlier. 4 times he got sacked in this game. 1 interception, 172 yards. 159 for Montana, though. Montana, somehow, some way, CMC 3 tutties, Kyle Juszczyk a tutty, and Montana had a tutty. Okay, so the passing game was just non-existent for the 49ers in that game. Interesting. Second game against the Bucks, they lose that game. We lose to the Bucks. Why is Baker Mayfield so good? Why is Baker Mayfield so good? It was a 3-point loss. That's not the worst scenario possible. And the Super Bowl now is Broncos Bucks. Every time I do a franchise, every single time, always ends up being the Broncos. I don't know why. The Broncos was just always in the Super Bowl in my franchises. Always happens. All right, let's see what happens here. Broncos win every single time. They win the Super Bowl every single time. It never fails. Anyway, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.